for joining us tonight's broadcast. This is from the bunker. Uh, I guess Area 51 or something like that, or 52, or where. Either way, I'm in the same area. So, Area 53. Broadcasting from Area 53. Yeah. So, I call it something. So yeah, I'm gonna. All right, virus update. So, got bugs here flying around. So nothing huge happened today. Wasn't really sure what was gonna go on. But they do want to restart the economy. At least in here in the U.S. So, but that was done real quietly. But it has not really been done. Now there's a lot happening. Obviously, like you've heard from other places, happening behind the scenes. So I believe a lot. I don't know. Who knows? Nothing huge hit the fan news-wise, other than New York is getting pounded to death, which was expected. Not just it's just because of a lot of people going. People are going in and out of that place all the time. So that's one of the main reasons. So, going to do Northcom. I don't know how far I'm going to go into that. Now, they're Northcom. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, I'll show it here in a minute. It was created after 9/11. And I'm not going to go super deep into this, but for some reason, they're set up. If something happens to the president and vice president, Northcom's taking over. The guys in charge of that, the military guy that I showed yesterday, I'll show it here today again, is Canadian. So, but they're also going to turn off all constitution powers too. So, shadow government right in front of you. Not to say it's going to happen, but it is showing itself. That's all. Yeah, so I won't worry about any of that. So, our current state. We're in a world where basically a weaponized cold is taking down the world, right? It's just very strange. Why? It's not being very clear. Obviously, timelines are being shifted right in front of us. I believe alien interactions here are stronger than people might think. I believe they're the ones actually involved with it. Now, different ways of looking at it. Like, it was created by humans through alien, whatever you want to call it, influence, good, bad, whatever. And they kind of, I don't know, let it run its course and let it do its thing. And obviously most of the population isn't aware or doesn't fully want to see the whole alien stuff, or if I talk about it, it's like the plague. But yeah, this, if you want to know about alien influence, it's happening right now. So, now that they're here to wipe out the human race, it still has a human touch to it. It's still a human agenda, you can say, that they're assisting to carry out to bring in changes here. I said this earlier, too, not a while back, but not too long ago, of, like, if I visualize aliens appearing here, something like this is going to happen first. Like we're going through right now, a change. Doesn't mean they're going to start showing up, but anything is possible right now. I mean, they might not land their ships, but who knows? There might be a massive sighting. Who knows? I mean, everyone's at home doing nothing right now. It's a high possibility. But it might get in the way of what's going on right now. It's shifting timelines right in front of us. Businesses are going under, not all, but a lot. And certain areas are getting hit because certain areas are going through a change. New York has a lot of change to go through, apparently. It's not there to torture people, but also old vibrations are releasing. A lot of people are dying. It's not a good thing, but it's just the way it is. I realize those people agreed to that too. So I don't think that aliens are killing everybody. It's still a human, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's still our, you know, world. We still have control of all of this. We don't feel like we have any control from this point of view. Now, alien energies are here to protect us from stuff like this, but yeah, this is happening. So it is bringing in. Now, some people say it's bringing in all this positive energy, and maybe down the road, there's still a lot of stuff we gotta release, know about ourselves. So right in front of us, reality is shifting. And obviously it's going to be pain, but you know, change sucks. But it is for the better in the long run. But what that looks like, it's hard to say. But yeah, you can say that Monday thing, like I say, something will happen on the 23rd. I mean, New York is at 20,000 now, cases. You know, and to give you another, I mean, technically, they didn't have to shut down the world for this. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff. I mean, if they care about health so much, why don't they go to Africa and heal malaria while they're at it? They haven't done that. Where they have pills for it. Luckily, this isn't malaria. This will be, people be dropping like flies, and it would be really nasty. So, we got it pretty good. So yeah, of course, this thing does have effects with certain people that are older, but malaria, I don't think it matters what age you are. It's going to get you. So, and that's the other thing of, if you look at the school book of reality, what have we been hearing for the past, I don't know, 20 years, and since 9/11, hear about terrorism, right? You've been hearing about terrorism, this, terrorism, that. And then you hear about Europe, and every once in a while it happens somewhere. Even here in the U.S., I have some threats here and there. They got kind of weird at one time. Like, they have sleeper cells there. You don't know what the hell is going to happen. And it all kind of went away, which is good. If you notice anything recently, terrorist energies are practically non-existent right now. Of course, it's quiet, but still, it is a little bit odd. Now, you can look at this virus as a terrorist thing. More power to on that. But if you look at it from a movie point of view, it is kind of weird how this is all playing out. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for a terrorist attack of any kind. Not that I'm pushing it out there, but it just kind of, it's not in the script. Let's put it that way. A lot of stuff's not in the script. You know, the Earth, the movie, because, you know, just think about it. It's just kind of odd, isn't it? This whole thing doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's here to move things around. And it's doing that. Over a cold. Pretty much. A weaponized cold. I mean, cold kills people, and this one's doing a pretty good job of that. So shut the whole economy just for a cold, basically. Shut it all down. Shut the world down over a cold. Yeah, there's a lot of agendas here. And I believe the alien agenda energies are very strong here. In secret. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't think we're supposed to know. I mean, I almost want to say, like, why don't you guys start showing yourselves here? I mean, okay, we got it, you know. We got enough, you know, party's over, the veil, lift the veil. Obviously, not going to be doing that, but trust me, I've done that plenty of times. Anything's possible right now. I mean, it would be nice if they did show themselves, because then we can all stop talking about this and move on to something else. Trust me, I'd like to do that. Yeah, talking about invisible things all the time is fun and everything, and great and everything, but it does get kind of old after a while. It's like, you know, you talk about whatever. It's like, and that's great, but it'd be nice to have something physically here to help with many things. You know, especially if you feel like I talk to a wall half the time, or sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I would say alien something is highly possible, but you know how they operate. It's like asking for that's like, you know, I mean, I know people can't handle this, but yeah, they can't handle that. But you know, this whole thing's getting kind of old, don't you think? Some of us are ready to retire ourselves and fire ourselves on another planet, and that's not happening. It's like some of the people that are here to help the alien awareness, or even some of us are getting kind of tired of it. Just putting that out there. It's like, oh, told you, yeah, I'm out of it. So, people say that, you know, in their lifetime they might not see anything. Think again. Anything is possible. Oh, I came here unprepared. And we'll just do this real quick. Yeah, I'm not with it right now, apparently. Okay. Northern Command. You even had the little nice coronavirus little page here. Look at that. Don't cough on anybody. You have a fever. Pretty exciting. And also have the leadership, and this is the guy that's going to run the show. And he's from Canada. So that'll be our next president if everything goes to hell. I'm not sure. I'm really looking at it. It's not really care about anything here. Let's see here. Go to. Okay, so some ISIS urging its fighters to avoid Europe because of the virus. Dude, you're freaking terrorists. Who cares about a virus? I mean, you think you'd use that to your advantage? What kind of terrorists are these guys? Like the lame duck terrorists. That's what I mean. This whole thing is just kind of a big joke. I mean, it's not a joke when you get affected by it, but you know, it's just like, yeah, it's like a really bad movie. So, speaking of bad movie, if there was a new artist, this is avatar.com. I even have my ad blocker on my own site. Calendar here, you're going to have a channel. We'll handle Zoom channeling by phone. I have questions here. I'm on March 13th. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, the short version. Thank you for your support. Alright. So, okay. Now, I don't think they're going to go into any of this. But I doubt it. But you never know. I'll see if I can connect to them. But yeah, the aliens are moving things around. So this disease should be taken seriously still. You know. But realize, I mean, some people are calling it fake now, and some are living in their lollipop land of FEMA coming to get them still. And every time it's funny. It's like they say, oh yeah, Indiana is going to get locked down. Nobody cares. First of all, nobody cares about Indiana. Second off, that's not going to happen. It's like, nobody cares. But, you know, whatever. You want to live out in the woods and cry like a baby all day, sure. It's just funny. It's just, you know, paranoia. And how many are on that paranoia train? It's just, yeah, I guess the grass is greener there. Yeah, no thanks. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about. Well, even Trump said, I don't know if I said that already, yeah, sort of, he wants to reactivate the economy, at least in the United States, so we'll see about that. But I don't think they're going to shut it down. They're going to shut down certain areas where it's bad and keep everything flowing. They don't want to kill the economy. I don't think so. If people talk about they want to, troops on the streets, you know, I've already said this already, but, you know, they're not going to do things that you can think about. If they're going to kill you, they would have already done it already. And, you know, why would they put you in a FEMA camp when they just kill you with this thing? I mean, what's the point of it? So, I mean, people are dropping like flies. There you go. That's not happening. It might be happening in Italy, but even that's a slow death. It's still some other agendas are going on there. And just slowly, some major businesses are going under slowly. Hasn't officially. The airlines are getting affected by this, so there's movement. It's not always gonna be easy to see because I can't see shit. But yeah, there's just timelines are shifting, and somehow we'll make it through it. I'm not sure how, but they're going to send a stimulus for money here, and others. I don't know. We'll just have to wing it. So reality is being shifted right in front of our eyes, and I would still take this virus pretty seriously, though. Unless you don't care if you get it. So, or you know the timelines around you that you won't. I mean, like I say, most people don't show symptoms of it, so you might have it, and no big deal. So, all right. So let's see if I'm not expecting a whole lot from the alien energies here. Yeah, I had interference. I did the Illuminati connections yesterday. I had interference with that here, which never happens. But cockroaches are running around downstairs. You don't want to know. Yeah, blame them. Yeah. All right. Okay, blessings. I think that's about it. All right, blessings. Here we go. Interesting. Greetings to you. We are a Sasani collective. Neiman's here. Bashar is here also. Call it the Bashar collective. Are here too. What you are, yes, being introduced to is a new reality being brought into your reality. A shift from yourself to the earth. And if you have timelines connecting to each other or building new ones as you speak. Your earth 2020, 2030 would be a much different place. Your 2020 would be a much different place when you go into 2021. This is just the beginning of your new age. You're being also transformed into more of an alien aware society. That you're not alone here. As the understanding of who is here will be all around you. Become more clear. Now, yes, it's not going to happen in the beginning. But over time, yes, the world will look very alien-like. That doesn't mean that humans here are going to start opening up spiritually and realizing their higher dimensional selves. It's unlikely. Many are not prepared for that on many levels. But that doesn't matter. Your environment is shifting. You're changing the energies of how you look and live, how you do things. You don't necessarily have to connect to your guides, and all alien beings don't connect to them either. They do, but they don't reach out to them. They just live their lives, as many of us should do here. You can live a better life here, is what's being brought here. Slowly, as you evolve. And notice how it came from China. As China is a place of many delivery systems from the higher astral. It is a odd place, isn't it? How this disease got here doesn't really matter. What it's doing here, what matters. And what hidden agendas of shifting you into a different way of life. And it has done it, as you can see. It has unseated you from your normal lives. Have you go home, contemplate, figure out who you are, what you want to be, what you want to experience. As many are going to continue that for some time. Those that need to be at home are going to stay home. Those that need to go out will go out. So it doesn't mean that all are going to be stuck at home. Some are just like, God, I'm glad I'm at home. I don't even want to leave anymore. You've had enough of the outside world. And we don't blame you. As you know, this reality is not exactly up to everyone's standards of a livable society. the community here is not exactly very. There's no communication in community here, really. You have it online, but in the physical, it's not always that easy, as many of you know. As your, we'll take a definition of your average human, your normies, as we were grabbing. Many of you don't feel like you can coexist with them. But you realize, yes, because you kind of hide in your homes anyway, because there's nowhere else to go anyway. You can't go out into the real world, because the real world rejects your idea systems. That will change. Many of them are at home, and many of you have a broad way of looking at life, connected to aliens and all kinds of things, are out and about. Have you noticed that recently? So if you fear no fear, there's just nothing to fear. When those are terrified or used to the old world, you are the new world. There's nothing to be afraid of. And you have more control over your timelines than you might realize. You see them more clearly than most people. If people don't see their timelines that clear, they're at home. Now, there's nothing wrong with being at home, but some are at home and shut the door, turn it into a nice prison. Many of you have not done that. You might be at home, but you don't feel like a prison. It's like, I can go out wherever I want and be no problem. So, there's a difference there. More differences coming in. As the fearful, and realize also the super wealthy, your actor world, is a little bit worried that they have to be true to themselves, true to you, show their vulnerabilities, which I think is called acting for. Actors have many layers of acting skills. That's why I call them an actor. It's like they have many layers, versions of themselves, but now they're at their vulnerable side. And you see how goofy some of them are, too. Which is a good thing. Yes, the earth needs to relax. Take it easy. They've worked very hard for some time. Nothing wrong with a break. A break can be scary, we understand. But is also necessary for some of you. Most do not care for your job situations anyway. You all look for something different over time. This is what you're bringing into your environment. Now, yes, this Northcom situation. There are many different layers of your government that would love to change the way of your lives are. And they are in charge, even if they don't say that in a banner or anything. If they even put a little idea of their presence, they're already in charge. Doesn't mean they're going to take away your rights. No. That is they're going to change things. And change can make people feel like there wasn't rights. But that's not what they're here for. So there's an alien entity, yes, it's part of your government systems. So it's like giving people freedom can be the hardest thing a government can do. Because when you're part of a society that's not used to it. Right now, many don't feel like they're have free will. And that's true, they don't. You do to a certain extent. From A to B, you have freedom to go from A or to B. Or sometimes C, sometimes E. Not everybody has the same parameters there. So there is a limited amount of freedom. But that has to do with some that abused their freedoms in the past. And a lot of those freedoms got taketh away. So that's where some of that comes from. That's not everyone. But that is a certain amount of group that's like, man, I don't feel like I have freedom. Because you're the one of the few that noticed that. But everyone else is part of the indoctrination of it. Sometimes you need those souls in your life that call this normal, while you see it as abnormal. You'd be surprised though, if they came to forget all of that to heal the abnormal person. The alien person. The alien person is sometimes a pain in the ass in different realities. We're just putting that out there. Some of you know it's like, oh yeah, I used to kick ass somewhere else. Yes, that's true. So now you're here at rehabilitation. So you'll get more clarity of that over time. Yes, some of you are incarnated in certain places of your world for the awakening process to occur. Yes, to bring in these timelines. Even if nothing makes sense. It is like a battlefield where you're all put in different positions around the world. Some of you are alien aware in some regard. Doesn't mean that you're at a battle with humans, no, but just a battle of the belief systems that are here. As there are many souls here during Atlantean times gave themselves away. Why? It was easier to take responsibility for themselves. They can be alone and figure themselves out, even figure out their spirituality if they wish, but it's going to be a lonely ride. Or you can join the collective and become part of a religion, which you get, yes, a family. You can create your own family. You can be a playboy there if you want, or playgirl, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with that, but some just play by the rules of a third dimension reality. The fourth dimension reality became harder to live by. Meaning that if you did something you were not supposed to do, you kind of had to pay for it. And many were not ready for that responsibility. So they went more into the third dimension idea system that you have today. Of course, you still have those rules here. A fourth dimensional being that has a lot of power, abuse it once, you're going to feel it pretty fast. And that's what occurred over time. Many got tired of that. Another part of this current collective you're here today. Sometimes having power isn't what it's cracked up to be. Now, some of you have the right heart and have stabilized it and kept it within the bloodlines. So you have your psychic abilities aware. Some of you are connected, yes, to the flower people, to the animal people. Of course, some animal people, like the dinosaurs, sometimes there are dinosaur people here. They're kind of strong people. Dinosaur people. And some of them are athletes today. And some of them are been currently today, yes, a DNA infusion to make them super soldier-like, yes, is occurring, but it's happening on a global scale on different levels of it. So this is a biological warfare that's been going on all the time. It's called your food. It's called your air. It's nothing new. You don't see you protesting about that. Some do, actually. So what are you here for, exactly? Know more about yourself. Know about your alien connections away. Yes, what alien vibration are you feeling today as assisting your Earth in its awakening process? Now, does that mean they're going to show themselves? Some might decide to. Very faintly for right now. Many are losing their minds due to the current third dimensional level. You look at it from a fourth dimensional level, everything's fine. Fourth dimensional point of view, it's about time this is occurring. Not easy, is it? You think aliens showing up is going to be easy? Also, far from it. It's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. Pandemic of the mind. More like pandemic of... So, you have some time for that. So, many of you are taking charge of your timelines. So, you don't have to go through a lot of suffering. Some of them need kind of feel the pain a little bit. But that'll be healed. Miracles at this time are very important. And will occur. Alien beings do not want to see a suffering planet. But there's some energies that have to release from this earth for ascension to occur. And those souls know that. And you know that too. It's just growing pains. Those of you in fourth and fifth dimension idea system already see this very clearly. In some respect. You know this is inevitable. Now, it doesn't mean aliens... Let me answer that question again. Alien energy is going to appear right before you. For some, yes, in a certain level of degree, yes. Right now, many are working to heal those that are in a panic situation, to bring food closer to those that need it, and to heal much of the homeless that have been suffering for some time. So those who have been neglected are getting some attention recently. So there's a lot of positive here that's not always seen clearly. And some of your wealthy are going to eventually, when they're ready to disperse their funds, some of them are already doing it quietly. But basically, you're bringing a more of a Palladian, Syrian, Arcturian energy into your lives. And we're in just a more calm society. It's calm right now, as you can see. Those that are losing their minds, saying pandemonium, the government's going to get you. What side are they on exactly? Is that a reptilian side? That's not for society. Now, there are good reptilians here, but many of them are calm and kind. But others that are crying wolf when there's no wolf are of the old regime, old reptilian regime. So those that are doing conspiracy theories, like this is all going to come to an end, government's going to eat you, are from the old reptilian guard. Most aren't going to understand, of course, because they're used to that type of mentality. The old mentality is holding on. And it's so quite popular because it brings out fear mechanisms. Key words to get the mind to operate, to stimulate it, to create fear, to create atmospheres, and also to let the person feel like they're the smartest person in the world. We solve this first. And then nothing ever occurs. So, and yes, there's many tests, as you can see. It's because you're a spiritual person at 4th, 5th, 6th, 12th dimensional energy. Does not mean you're going to get a free ride on all this. You're being tested too. Of course, your tests are a little bit different. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier. Depends on the person. There are timelines around you. It's time to look at them, open them up. What do you feel? No worries. Excellent. You have graduated. You might get a alien visitation to be a prize. Possibly. Yes, mantis energies are assisting to bring comedy into your society, helping people with creativity to pass the time. So if you get even Zetas are involved with that. But mantis are very, curious. There are exercise programs when people are doing their exercises on TV. They have a thing for that. They find that as entertainment. When you find an action movie with explosions everywhere, and the mantis are watching an exercise video, gives you an idea of their sense of humor. Alright, blessings to you and your connections.